Welcome back to AI Verdict. You know, the AI wars are seriously heating up. And today, we are breaking down a massive move from Anthropic that might just be a checkmate against one of OpenAI's biggest assets, the automation framework OpenClaw.
Okay, so let's just dive right in and set the stage here. At the recent AI Impact Summit in India, we saw this tension play out for everyone to see. Now, the heads of OpenAI and Anthropic skipping their usual photo op. I mean, that might seem like a small thing, but symbolically, it speaks volumes. These two giants are not just friendly competitors anymore. There is some real strategic tension brewing.
And look, this isn't some brand new rivalry. It's really been an escalating series of strategic moves. It all started when OpenClaw, which was originally called Claudebot, first launched. Yeah, you can see how that would cause some brand confusion, right? So Anthropic quickly sent a demand letter pushing for a name change. Then, not long after, OpenAI themselves stepped in to ask about OpenClaw's rights. Anthropic's response? Well, they responded in the most Anthropic way possible, not with a bunch of lawsuits, but by quietly building their own competitor, which brings us right to today's huge update. So, how exactly did Anthropic respond to all this pressure? Well, not by fighting directly, but by shipping a massive new feature that solves a huge pain point for developers. They went straight for the coders. They've just introduced something called remote control. Now, it's currently in a research preview just for Mac users, but it is a brilliant way to keep your work flowing. So imagine this. You can start a local session right there in your terminal, and then just continue managing it from your phone while you're on the train or sitting in a meeting. Your servers, your local environments, they all just keep running on your machine, so you don't have to be chained to your desk anymore. What's really interesting here is the framing from Anthropic's own team. They're not just pitching this as another technical feature. No, they're framing it as a lifestyle upgrade for developers. And that's a really powerful way to earn loyalty, by literally giving developers their freedom back. Okay, so before we get to how Anthropic is directly targeting OpenClaw, let's talk about another company that's solving a really big problem for developers in this just rapidly expanding AI landscape. So if you're a developer and you're just tired of juggling all these different APIs from Anthropic, OpenAI, and Google, you should really check out Mammoth AI. It unifies everything from the GPT-5 series to Gemini 3 Pro under one single key, which is just a massive time saver for any dev pipeline. All right, back to the main event. Let's get to the core of this whole thing and see how Anthropic's next move is aimed squarely at OpenClaw's main value proposition. Seriously, this is where it gets really interesting. First, we need a little bit of context on OpenClaw. It is a solid open source framework, for sure, but it has been massively overhyped, partly because a lot of tech influencers started treating automated computer workflows like some brand new discovery. The reality is, projects like Agent Zero and Lemon were doing complex workflows long before OpenClaw went viral. And that kind of hype, it usually fades fast when the big AI labs start building those exact same capabilities natively into their own products. And this right here illustrates the strategic difference perfectly. Anthropic is basically betting that users are going to choose a seamless, native integration over a separate, external framework every time. I mean, why would you go through the hassle of setting up an external tool when the same, if not better, functionality is built right into the platform you're already using? And here it is, the direct shot. A new feature called Scheduled Tasks. It's built natively right inside Anthropic's co-work environment and is designed to automate the exact kind of recurring workflows and cron jobs that are OpenClaw's bread and butter. We're talking daily briefings, spreadsheet updates, you name it. Let's just walk through how it works in practice. It's so simple. You can just ask Claude to, say, scan all the AI news every morning at 8 a.m. Then the AI, which is powered by a model like Sonnet 4.6 that's great at browser tasks, will just autonomously go out and scour sources, track its progress on a little side panel for you, and generate a clean markdown report with all its sources. It all happens while you sleep, completely replacing the need for external automation tools. Oh, and they didn't stop there. They also introduced new domain-specific plugins, which gives Co-work new expertise in areas like engineering and design. And they added a new central customize hub, so you can manage all these new skills and integrations all in one place. Now, you have to understand, this is not happening in a vacuum. Anthropic's move is part of a much larger industry trend that is completely reshaping how all of us are going to use AI in our daily work. The entire industry is shifting toward these autonomous AI agents. Just recently, Notion introduced custom agents that can be triggered by schedules for its teams. Perplexity released its computer update to unify research, design, and coding.
All the major players are racing to build this kind of integrated automation directly into their platforms, which just proves this is the direction the whole market is heading. So, if we bring all this together, what does it actually mean for OpenClaw, for OpenAI, and for this whole rivalry? Let's get to the verdict. This all leads us to the crucial question that's just hanging over this entire situation. With this powerful new native functionality coming from a direct competitor, did OpenAI make a mistake buying an external framework like OpenClaw? So here's the bottom line. By integrating these automation features natively, Anthropic has pretty much neutralized the core appeal of an external framework like OpenClaw for a huge number of users. The convenience of just having it all in one place, that's really hard to beat. So the big takeaway here is that the future of these agentic workflows is native. Convenience and deep integration are just incredibly powerful forces. It's highly, highly possible that we'll see users shift over to platforms like Claude Code as these features become widely available, which would make OpenAI's acquisition of OpenClaw way less impactful than they probably hoped. So what do you think? Is native integration always the winner here, or does OpenClaw's open source nature give it a long-term advantage? We really want to know your thoughts, so let us know in the comments. For more deep dives like just this one, make sure you're subscribed and definitely check out our newsletter. It's linked down in the description. Thanks for watching.